Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the sign that symbolizes new beginnings. It connotes quick changes and sudden forks in the road. Your life is marked by arriving at a certain place and then being turned in a new direction. Certainly one can say your life is adventurous. There is a dynamic restlessness to the Aries character. With the sun in this sign, you are an activist and doer. If you have a new plan or idea, if an enterprise strikes your fancy, you can't wait to plunge right in. The amusing little prayer, "Grant me patience now," is typical of the Aryan attitude. When others first meet you, their instant impression is one of someone exciting, vibrant, and talkative. Others will be lucky if they can get a word in edgewise. If someone brings up a topic, you will be delighted to tell in great detail exactly what you think about it. As an Aries person, you gravitate towards the center of action. You are audacious and intent on getting your own way. Since your nature is to express power, you treat opposition as an annoyance to be brushed out of the way. You are a natural leader who exudes self-confidence. From an early age, you feel you are headed for success. Happily, you are also generous about helping others in a crisis. You are an open-hearted friend who shares ideas and advice and likes to pick up the check. You have a quality of Legress. You are not interested in the small or petty, go for the best is your motto. There is nothing faint or half-hearted about the Aryan. Whereas others may be more cautious, you actually enjoy living on the edge. A touch of recklessness makes you feel alive. The chase is always more thrilling than getting the goal. You are willing to take a gamble, follow a dream, set your mind on a goal, and pursue it with irresistible enthusiasm. Your supreme quality of optimism attracts others. Underneath there may lurk insecurity, but no one will ever know about it. This is not to say you don't get depressed or moody, but the winter or despair doesn't last a week with Aries. If you have an uncrackable optimism, it is true. However, the Aries people are notorious for taking offense at fancy, slights, and injuries. Hot tempers and childish tantrums abound, and your threshold of boredom is extremely low. If success is not immediate, you tend to lose interest and go in search of other excitement. As a result, patient, plodding types often get to the head of class before you do. Aryans have a well-deserved reputation for not finishing what they have begun. You are very short of patience, and your lack of stick-to-itiveness is your weak spot. Also, you spend your energy in too many different ways, like the rain launderer hero who mounted a horse and rode off in all directions at once. Independence is a key word. You can truly you can turn sulky and peevish if you have to take orders. You would much rather be the world's largest lizard than the world's smallest dragon. You want to run the whole show. If you can't, you pull up stakes and look for a situation in which you can show off your style and brilliance. Should you come up against a superior force, you will bend but never break. Your aggressive and combative spirit cannot be broken by anyone except yourself. One of the pitfalls of being an Aries is that you're essentially self-involved. Unless you make an effort to look outward at others and their feelings, you can easily become a spoiled brat. Though generally sincere and honest, you will tell a white lie if it seems adventurous. You are not a very adept liar, however. Others see right through you. Sometimes you lack tact and diplomacy, but no malice is intended. Sagittarians also lack this quality of tact because they don't know how to be oblique or roundabout with you. Tactlessness is an impulsive act, a careless expression of your infinite force. Too often, you speak without thinking and say whatever pops into your mouth, and usually regret your impulsiveness later. Aries is lucky with money, but has trouble holding on to it. You tend to run up big bills, live extravagantly, soar over budget. However, you usually find a way to pay off what you owe. You have too much pride to remain in anyone's debt. In friendship, you give monogamously if someone is in need, but you want to get credit for your good deeds. And the Garden of Aries, there are few shrieking violets. You are creative, open-hearted, high-spirited, pioneering, also vain, feisty, and impatient. Those who deal with you on an intimate basis will have one chief problem. How are they going to keep up the pace? The inner you. You like to be in charge. You want to control your own projects and plans and not be under anyone else's thumb. You have an intense drive to succeed and put a lot of pressure on yourself. Inside, you're filled with nervous energy and worry about how you're going to handle every little thing. You hate to be bored. You're always looking for something different, new people and places that promise excitement and adventure. You have very little patience. You need to practice sticking things out. You're also impatient with people who can't resolve a problem. You believe in taking action. What you do have are great generosity and enthusiasm, and although you suffer from occasional self-doubt, you know that if you really want to do something, you can. How others see you. Your upbeat, magnetic personality pulls people towards you. You bring excitement into their lives. They envy your aggressiveness in meeting a challenge. Whatever the problem, you give the impression that you have an answer ready. You're also admired for your honesty. You don't gloss over difficulties. What people don't like is your tendency towards bossiness and your deserved reputation for being sharp-tongued. They're afraid to cross you in an argument because they know you can cut them to the quick.